Who's on the mic with me?
Stay in the car, man.
Yeah. See, guys, I told you he sounded sick.
And Big
Yes,
O.
sir.
Big Odin. So, tell me a little bit about today.
Well, we played RIT first, and um, they have a guy on their team, Severity. He's a top 16. He's on a top 16 HCS team.
Yeah, he was frying.
So I knew that. I don't know if anybody else did. So like going into it, kind of nervous. But then when we came out on the Empyrean CTF and like we were able to progress the map really well, our pulls weren't where they should have been. But like once all that was going on, like the way we were shooting against them, I was like, okay, today's gonna be a good day. I mean, obviously things changed. Like that didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, so like what I was noticing from like they just like RIT just could not take any map control. Like you guys were just choking them
Yeah, and
on that CTF.
I think the problem with that is like they have one good player.
Yeah, and
And
like
it's
if you take
Severity.
out the good player, it's
Yeah.
just that's literally. I think it was. What did you play map 2, Slayer?
Yeah, on the map we just played.
Yeah. So I was like, you took out Severity. Go.
Yeah.
They can't kill you.
Yeah.
So like I know, of course, y'all recognize that, but
And then game 2 was the fall of UNA for a little bit.
against Armada.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we have scrimmed those guys religiously for the past 2 weeks. We probably scrimmed them 10 times in the past 2 weeks. So like, it's to be expected. Because they just know how we play. I mean, obviously you can say that. Like, that's why every game was so close. That first scrim or the first set we played against them, because like we know how they play, they know how we play, and we played them a lot.
Yeah, and I think a big reason why we lost, I would say, we do it in scrims. Every time we scrim them, we will have a lead or we'll get very comfortable because we have a lead. Then we start trolling, and we can't ever reel it back in. And like the Slayer, we had a 10 kill lead and then trolled it away, lost that, and it's the same thing every time we do lose the full cell, whether it be in scrims or in those matches. I feel like we beat ourselves more than they beat us, and that's not to discredit them. They're a good team. I just know, and we all know, that we're better than them. We just proved it. They pissed me off, and I had to let them know in that Slayer just now.
Yeah, you were unkillable
Went
for
on
a
a little
minute.
10 spree.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
could
yeah.
not kill me. I was, that was fun. And I'm also sick, so I've not been performing very well today, I feel like, personally. So I'm still trying to get over having the flu. My body's in that state right now where all of my muscles hurt every time I move. My mouse arm is like burning right now.
Mhm.
It's not fun. Not a fun day.
Yeah, I mean, even that. I mean, I'm sure you watched it, you casted it. That the comeback we had against the first time we played Full Sail on the Strongholds
Yes.
on Live Fire.
I thought that was it. I thought like their mental was gonna be
I
chalked.
literally like stopped mid game and was like, "We are better than these guys. Can
Yep.
we please just start shooting?" And that's what we did. We started just running the map back and forth.
I mean, credit to Full Sail on that game 2 and 3. After that game 1, I don't know if I'd have been able to play.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely. I mean, but
Yeah.
again, I mean, we scrim them all the time.
So like they knew.
Yeah, and like their mental against us is probably very fortified because of that, because they scrim us all the time. So like,
Oh, for sure. Because we chirp at each other too. Like as soon as
Yeah.
I've been sick, so I've missed the last 2 scrims, and Superfly, when I spawned in, was like, well, Stan's here, and I hit him back with my biggest fan's here. We just chirp with each other. It's
yeah, and
great.
Superfly and I, we went to high school at the same
Oh, that's sick.
time, like 10 minutes away from me.
That's crazy.
So
So
he was
you-
our rival. He went to my rival high school, and when I went to high school, so
So
we know each other.
let's talk about Zenny. I think he played outstanding today. From just a spectator to it, I thought against Armada the second time
Yes.
played outstanding.
Yeah, the Nick that showed up in game 1 and game 2 was not the Nick that showed up in game 3. I'll say that, and I think that's why we beat Full Sail as bad as we did the second time we played him, is because Nick actually spawned in. Like,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
disrespect to
Yeah.
Nick at all. Like, he knows that he's very inconsistent right now, and he's been trying to work on it. Like last night, he hit Onyx in ranked last night.
Hey!
He grinded all night. So
Putting in some work.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna notice this is like throughout the day. I think he got better, dropped off really hard, and then got way better.
Yeah, that second or the first game against Full Sail was definitely noticeable. That like it was pretty rough as far as.
It almost seemed like the game was progressing a little fast, and he just like couldn't keep up with how fast it was going. But that's just from someone who was very inexperienced.
Yeah,
Just on the sidelines, right?
I mean, we all kind of do. We all kind of get ahead of ourselves sometimes.
Mhm.
You know, you call it like in FPSs, you call it getting the sprints, where you
Mhm.
just spawn sprint, spawn sprint, spawn sprint, spawn
Mhm.
sprint, and like it can definitely affect you. But I mean, you know, we have to reel each other in, and we all have to do a better job of realizing when we get in that mode and how to slow it down. It can't just be one person. Like obviously right now, like with Colt kind of being sick, like usually it's him and I both being the vocal leader, but with him being sick, it's been me the past 2 weeks or whatever. And
Mhm.
so like, but something like that can't just all fall on one person. Like,
Yeah.
the whole team has to realize that we have the sprints, and so like, it is what it is. I mean, we got our get back. That's
Yeah,
the biggest
that was
thing.
the big thing,
Yeah.
right?
We got our get back for sure.
So, last question I got for you. What does it mean to you guys to make D1? Because I know there was a certain YCP that kind of... Tell me a little bit about that. Like, why didn't they play today?
On paper, it's because they had a guy on their team that got called into work last minute.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
wink, wink. We see it.
On
Yeah.
theory.
I mean,
you know, they might be a little
But
scared.
enough
I
of
mean,
it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love NASCAR.
Nas deserves to win. Like, he does. Nas deserves to win. He's been hungry for, like, I think 2.5, 3 years now. So, like,
Not as hungry as us.
I hope he goes down there and dominates as he should in D2.
There is still one spot open though, so you never know.
Yeah, there's going to be a LCQ for the
this-
last D1 spot.
Okay.
And it'll be, like, all the D2 teams playing for it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be spicy. That'd
Yeah.
be spicy. But
Yeah.
luckily for y'all made it out with
Yeah, we're
one
good.
win. So
Yeah.
We're
because of YCP, FF,
Yeah.
and just that one win against RIT, and
Yeah.
if I may say, dominant win against RIT put you guys in.
Yeah, and technically, we're relegation champions because we slammed Full Sail at the end too.
So yeah, I mean, hey, how does that feel? So go into some of that.
Being D1, I mean, I think it means a lot to me. I mean, there's like some things going on behind the scenes that like, you
Not
know,
gonna talk about here.
yeah,
but,
we won't talk about it, but like, this season is really important, and being D1 and competing against air quote the best in college Halo, like that means a lot to me. So
yeah, it means a lot to me too because like I've tried like with COD League and everything I compete in, I want to be in the best division possible. I want to play the best competition, and I want to win against the best competition. So it means a lot to me to be able to do it now.
all right. So last question that everyone wants to know the answer to: can the Division II National Championship champions hold on and compete with D1? Number one, and number two, you think they can make the run back and win both?
can we compete with D1? Absolutely. We proved that last year. Going into D2 playoffs, we scrimmed the fifth seed D1
Fourth,
team.
fifth, and sixth, I think.
Yeah, we scrimmed all those.
Beat
We
'em
beat
all.
2 of them. We lost to 1 of them.
Oh.
We lost to the 4th seed, but we competed with them. And
Yeah.
I mean, with how much growth we made in such a short amount of time last year, I think that if we continue on that path, we can definitely compete. Because I mean, like, at the end of the day, you've seen it with RIT, right? Like, RIT has a pro player. He's top 16. UNG and Fisher have pro players, but they're just one player. If you can shut that one player down or take him out of the fight or out of the game in a sense, you can
Yeah.
win the map. You can win.
Yeah, and as you can see, or as you saw today, like we're a lot better now that I'm shooting back. Last season, I did not shoot back like any game. So like now that I've personally worked on my game, I feel like we're gonna be a lot better as well because I know the game better. Me and Nick are still continuing to learn the game better, and like now that we have all 4 of us shooting back, like it's kind of dangerous.
I mean, we just have to continue to grow as a team, and if we can do that,
Yeah.
I think we have a real chance of winning D1 as well.
Good deal, good deal. Well, this has been Odin. This has been Stan the Carman, and this has been Brandy G. And thank you all for joining us today. You can catch the Halo team back on...
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Cool.
We own you, Superfly.
So keep an eye out for social media posts on when those matches will be. But next week, you got Super Smash Brothers on Monday. You've got R6 on Monday. You've got
Valorant on Monday.
You've got Valorant on Monday. We got a whole thing, and so we're gonna try to get you guys some coverage of that next week. We got Rocket League. We got everything. So
Yes,
thank you guys for watching.